Nick Sirianni was born on June 15, 1981, in Jamestown, New York, to Fran and Amy Sirianni. His father, Fran, was a middle school science teacher and the head football coach at Southwestern Central High School in West Ellicott, New York, where Nick graduated in 1999. Of Italian descent through his father's side with roots in Calabria, Sirianni was raised Catholic. Sirianni played college football as a wide receiver at Mount Union, a Division III powerhouse in Alliance, Ohio. He won 3 national championships in 2000, 2001, and 2002. His playing career nearly ended as a sophomore due to a calf injury and compartment syndrome, but he recovered and started for 3 seasons. As a senior in 2003, he recorded 998 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns. After graduating with a degree in education, he played 1 season for the Canton Legends in the American Indoor Football League. Sirianni began his coaching career at his alma mater, Mount Union, where he served as the defensive backs coach for 1 season. He then joined Indiana University of Pennsylvania as the wide receivers coach, a position he held for 3 seasons. In 2009, Sirianni made the jump to the NFL when he was hired as an offensive quality control coach for the Kansas City Chiefs under head coach Todd Haley. The two had previously met at a YMCA when Sirianni was in college and Haley was a wide receivers coach for the Chicago Bears. Sirianni remained with the Chiefs when Romeo Crennel replaced Haley as head coach and was promoted to wide receivers coach in 2012. However, after Crennel was fired following the season, Sirianni was not retained by new head coach Andy Reid in 2013. Sirianni joined the San Diego Chargers in 2013 when Mike McCoy took over as head coach. He initially served as an offensive quality control coach before being promoted to quarterbacks coach in 2014, where he worked closely with veteran quarterback Philip Rivers and offensive coordinator Frank Reich. In 2016, he transitioned to wide receivers coach, continuing to develop his expertise in offensive strategy. When Reich was hired as the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts in 2018, he brought Sirianni along as his offensive coordinator. Though Sirianni played a crucial role in designing the offense, Reich opted to handle play-calling duties himself. Over his 3 seasons as offensive coordinator, Sirianni adapted to a different starting quarterback each year, working with Andrew Luck in 2018, Jacoby Brissett in 2019, and Philip Rivers in 2020. Under his leadership, the Colts offense ranked 10th, 19th, and 12th in offensive DVOA, a metric measuring efficiency. During this time, the Colts made the playoffs twice and maintained a strong offensive presence despite personnel changes at quarterback. On January 24, 2021, Nick Sirianni was hired as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles following the dismissal of Doug Peterson. 2 months later, the Eagles traded quarterback Carson Wentz to the Indianapolis Colts, leaving second-year quarterback Jalen Hurts as the presumed starter. Sirianni assembled a young coaching staff, including defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon and offensive coordinator Shane Steichen, both of whom had worked with him previously. Despite significant changes to Peterson's staff, Sirianni retained veteran offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland, who played a crucial role in developing one of the NFL's top offensive lines. Sirianni made his head coaching debut on September 12, 2021, leading the Eagles to a dominant 32-6 victory over the Atlanta Falcons. However, the team struggled early, starting the season 2-5. Sirianni made key adjustments, emphasizing the run game, which led to a turnaround. The Eagles finished with a 9-8 record and secured a wild-card playoff berth. Sirianni was the only first-year head coach to lead his team to the playoffs that season, joining Chip Kelly, 2013, and Ray Rhodes, 1995, as the only Eagles coaches to achieve this feat in their first year. In the wild-card round, Philadelphia faced the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers but was eliminated in a 31-15 loss. The Eagles entered the 2022 season with high expectations and exceeded them, finishing with a 14-3 record, winning the NFC East, and securing the top seed in the NFC playoffs. The team was dominant on both sides of the ball, setting a franchise record for wins and points scored in a season. Defensively, the Eagles led the league in fewest passing yards allowed and became the first team since the 1989 Minnesota Vikings to record at least 70 sacks. One of the most notable moments of the regular season came in a Week 11 matchup against the Indianapolis Colts, where Sirianni had previously served as offensive coordinator. After the Eagles won 17-16, he turned to a group of Eagles fans in the stands and shouted, "That was for Frank Reich," in honor of his former mentor, who had been fired as the Colts head coach earlier that month. In the playoffs, Sirianni led the Eagles to their 4th Super Bowl appearance in franchise history. Philadelphia cruised through the NFC playoffs with dominant wins, defeating the New York Giants 38-7 in the divisional round and the San Francisco 49ers 31-7 in the NFC Championship game. However, in Super Bowl 57, the Eagles fell to the Kansas City Chiefs in a thrilling 38-35 game. Despite the loss, Sirianni had solidified himself as one of the league's top young coaches. The 2023 offseason brought significant challenges for Sirianni as both his offensive and defensive coordinators, Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon, left for head coaching jobs with the Indianapolis Colts and Arizona Cardinals, respectively. He replaced them with Brian Johnson as offensive coordinator and Sean Desai as defensive coordinator. The Eagles started the 2023 season strong, compiling a 10-1 record and emerging as Super Bowl favorites. However, the team experienced a dramatic late-season collapse, finishing the regular season with a 1-5 record. This skid cost them the NFC East title and the number 2 seed in the NFC playoffs, which went to the Dallas Cowboys in the final week of the season. Despite the late-season struggles, the Eagles still made the playoffs, making Sirianni the first head coach in NFL history to reach the postseason after finishing the regular season on a 1-5 stretch. In the wild card round, Philadelphia faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and was eliminated in a disappointing 32-9 loss. The Eagles' poor performance, particularly on defense, led to widespread criticism of Sirianni. One of his most controversial decisions came late in the season when he stripped defensive coordinator Sean Desai of play-calling duties and gave them to senior defensive assistant Matt Patricia, the former head coach of the Detroit Lions and defensive coordinator of the New England Patriots. This move backfired, as the Eagles' defense struggled even more, finishing the season ranked second to last in total defense. As the season ended, Sirianni made sweeping changes to his coaching staff, firing Desai, Patricia, and offensive coordinator Brian Johnson. The Eagles' late-season struggles raised questions about Sirianni's long-term leadership, but he remained committed to reshaping the team for the future. The 2024 season started with controversy for Nick Sirianni, as his in-game decisions faced widespread criticism. In Week 2 against the Atlanta Falcons, with the Eagles leading 18-15, Sirianni opted to pass on a crucial 3 and 3 at the Falcons' 10-yard line. The incomplete pass gave Atlanta enough time to drive downfield and secure a comeback victory, leading to significant scrutiny of his play calling. The following week, despite a 15-12 win over the New Orleans Saints, Sirianni was again criticized for his aggressive fourth-down decisions. Tensions escalated in Week 6 after a home victory against the Cleveland Browns. Sirianni was seen engaging in a heated exchange with Eagles fans behind the team's sideline. As the Eagles kneeled in victory formation, television cameras captured him walking behind the bench, cupping his hand to his ear, and seemingly taunting the crowd. Though his words were inaudible, many speculated he was saying, "I can't hear you." When questioned, Sirianni refused to elaborate on the incident. Despite the early season struggles and a 2-2 start, Sirianni led the Eagles to an impressive 14-3 regular season record, securing the NFC East title. The addition of star running back Saquon Barkley helped rejuvenate the offense, while the defense underwent a remarkable turnaround under new defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. The Eagles entered the playoffs as one of the NFC's top contenders. In the wild card round, the Eagles defeated the Green Bay Packers, followed by a hard-fought divisional round victory over the Los Angeles Rams. Sirianni then led Philadelphia to its second NFC championship in 3 seasons, dominating the Washington Commanders 55-23. The Eagles' offensive explosion set an NFL record for the most points scored in a conference championship game. Super Bowl 59 marked a rematch between the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. This time, Philadelphia left no doubt, securing a decisive 40-22 victory to win Sirianni his first Super Bowl title as a head coach. The Eagles' dominant performance avenged their previous Super Bowl loss and solidified Sirianni's status as one of the league's premier coaches. By the end of the 2024 season, Sirianni had achieved a remarkable milestone, holding a career-winning percentage above 70% over his first 4 seasons, making him the most successful active NFL head coach by win percentage at the time. With a Super Bowl championship under his belt and a strong foundation for future success, Sirianni had cemented his legacy in Philadelphia and the NFL. Nick Sirianni is married to Brett Ashley Sirianni, whom he met while working for the Kansas City Chiefs. The couple has 3 children together. Football runs deep in Sirianni's family. His father, Fran Sirianni, and his brother, Jay Sirianni, both served as head coaches at Southwestern Central High School. His other brother, Mike Sirianni, is the head coach at Washington and Jefferson College in Washington, Pennsylvania. Sirianni grew up as a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers, a passion influenced by his family's ties to the Pittsburgh area, as he revealed in an interview with Rich Eisen. Despite coaching in Philadelphia, his early love for the Steelers shaped his deep appreciation for football. As of 2024, Sirianni's net worth is estimated to be around $10 million, largely accumulated through his coaching contracts and endorsements. His salary as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles is reported to be in the range of $6 to $8 million per year, making him one of the higher-paid coaches in the NFL. With a Super Bowl victory under his belt, Sirianni's value in the league has only continued to rise. Nick Sirianni has solidified his legacy as one of the NFL's top coaches, guiding the Eagles to multiple playoff runs and a Super Bowl victory. His passion for football and deep-rooted coaching background continue to shape the game. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned as Sirianni leads the Eagles into an exciting future.